A market research report on Joplin reveals the growth opportunities possible through the redevelopment of the Union Depot building. KOAM's Miranda Burton has the story.
Located in the north end of downtown, the Union Depot has sat empty since 1969. But since the state of Missouri acquired the property in the 90s, the big question has become what to do with this historic building. That's where Joe Borgstrom comes in.
Joe Borgstrom and Place and Main Advisors have done a lot of work for Main Street communities all over the country. So he came very highly recommended.
It's one thing to advertise a building. It's another thing to say, this building, plus here's all this data that says you can do it. And so the idea is really kind of lowering the bar for a potential developer or someone who might be interested in buying the building and doing something really cool with it.
The findings of his study revealed that not only is his plan viable, but there are also several avenues for success when it comes to the Union Depot. According to Borgstrom, the best way to ensure the redevelopment is successful is to make the building multi-purpose. Borgstrom's plan involves utilizing the space for a brewery, art gallery and museum, and office spaces. No matter what's in store for the Union Depot, there seems to be a shared desire to make this a space for the community.
That it become a publicly owned space and that it be leased for both business interests and hopefully there would be a section of it that was used for more community education, preserving our history kind of things. But in the end, it's got to be economically viable.
Borgstrom's suggested redevelopment plan would cost around $6.7 million total. His findings currently project only a 4% return on investment. But, according to Borgstrom, the city shouldn't be deterred.
And one of the ways we can defer costs is through incentives. And so we mentioned state historic tax credits, we mentioned federal historic tax credits. Yeah, there are other incentives that could potentially be at play.
The estimated incentives total about $3.4 million, covering about half of the projected cost of redevelopment. Through it all, members of the Downtown Joplin Alliance encourage the community to stay involved in the growth of the Union Depot building.
Developers from all over the country would be much more inclined to submit proposals if they knew these were projects that the community itself was already invested in.
Reporting from Joplin, Missouri, this is Miranda Burton, KOAM News.
According to the Alliance, Borgstrom's research will assist them in answering questions for prospective developers. And now the next step is sending out a request for proposals to get redevelopment started.